Hello, everybody. This sign is crooked. I think everything is crooked on my wall. Well, let's see if we can get it good to go back up there. We might have to just let it be. Okay. I hope everybody's having a great day. So I know I've already been live once, but Wednesday nights are my coach highlight. This is where I bring on one of the coaches for my team and I do a little interview with them because I get a lot of people like asking like what it is that I do. Can I do what you do? Like I don't have as much time as you. I don't have this or that or the other. And so there's Sophie right now. I'm going to bring her on. So I want to bring on my team and kind of interview them so that you guys can hear our stories. So you can hear each other. Hello.
Hello. Can you
Oh,
hear me?
yes. And I think it's working.
I hope we don't have any echo.
I don't think we do. So I'm excited about that.
Okay, good.
How
I'll
are
turn you
you?
down a little bit because you're in my head.
Oh,
I'm good.
so I was
Okay.
just telling the people that this is kind of like a coach highlight where we get on and I interview you just to tell us a little bit of your coaching story and what it's done for you and that sort of thing. Because I think oftentimes that we find is that when we're talking to other people about coaching, they're like, well, I can't do what you do. But we have all sorts of types of people on our team, people that are that work from home or not work from home are like teachers, like I interviewed Jennifer, hey Alice, and then like
Hey,
you who's
Alice.
a stay-at-home busy mom.
Hmm.
So let's jump into the questions and just kind of have a chat.
Okay, awesome.
So first and foremost, tell us like a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I am a mama of two. She turned 5 in the end of December, and my son turned 3 at the end of November. So they're 23 months apart. 5 and 3. She's in preschool 2 days a week, like half days, and he's at home with me. So they keep me very, very busy. And let's see what else. I have PCOS, which is one of the main reasons I joined Beachbody because I have tried like all the weight loss things out there, and I needed something to help manage my health and fitness because it was getting to the point where with my pregnancies I had gestational diabetes and high blood pressure. And after my son, they were not going away. Well, my gestational diabetes did, thankfully, but I was like terrified to go have that test after he was born to make sure it went away because I almost didn't go because I didn't want to know the answer. Like, what if I actually had diabetes? And I was like, I got to do something. So that was one of my big motivators for starting. But so I have PCOS. So I get that, ladies, if you're out there and you're like, this is not working, I can't find something that works, this works. Like it will happen for you. It's a struggle when you have PCOS, but it will work. Hi, Ashley. How are you? And see, I stay home mom. My husband is a lineman. He works for the power company. So sometimes I feel like I am a single mama. We've been having crazy amount of snow. He worked 30 hours last week alone, overtime on top of his normal 40. Because you got to get the power back on when we're like, way up there in the snow country. We're in northern Idaho. We moved from Oregon about, when was that? Well, September will be 2 years in this house. So a little over 2 years ago, we lived in our travel trailer for about 6 months when my kids were 3 and 1. So that was nuts. And we bought our house. We're working on building our dream property up here in Idaho. We bought 34 acres and we're going to start building hopefully on it this summer. I'm trying to think of anything else about me. I think that's about it. I'm just I feel like I don't
No,
know what
that's
else you want to
good.
know.
So how did you get introduced to coaching and kind of tell us a little bit of your like journey with coaching?
Okay, so I watched one of my friends forever. I watched her through my first couple. Well, let me backstep. I had I've been pregnant 4 times. I've had 2 miscarriages. Well, they called them miscarriages. I call them early deliveries due to my incompetent cervix. So by the second trimester, first one was at 17 weeks. The second one was at 22 and a half weeks. First was a little girl named Marjorie. Second was my son, Michael. And he lived for about 45 minutes. He was just too early. His lungs weren't developed. So with that, all of that emotional turmoil, I really turned to eating instead of like dealing with my emotions. I was on bed rest for like 6 weeks with Michael because they were trying to prevent me from like going further into labor because I was like just hanging on by a thread with my cervix, even though they had stitched it. So I just kind of like ate my emotions. And then I dug some research and found out that there's a different type of cerclage you can have, which is abdominal. So I went in and had an abdominal surgery. Then I was able to get pregnant. And then when I was carrying my daughter, I was getting injections to postpone early labor. And I was also on bed rest for my last basically like trimester. So that, and then the anxiety and just eating through that pregnancy. And then I just was an emotional eater. And so all of this time, all this going through my life of ups and lots of downs and feeling really just, I can't even describe the loss of a child, to be honest. If you've been there and you want to talk about it, I'm more than happy to help because having that support and community is really, really important. But just with every pregnancy and every bed rest, it just kept piling on and piling on. Hi, Mandy. And then, you know, I just couldn't handle the anxiety. So I would just eat things. And, you know, my husband would have to go to work. So he would make me a lunch and things and like put it out on the table for me. Because they didn't even want me getting up and like making myself food. So with all that being said, with the abdominal cerclage, so I had one abdominal surgery to put that in. Then I had to deliver both of my other kids, Madeline and Wyatt, by C-section. So in the past 6 years, on top of all the anxiety eating, on top of the losses, on top of the depression, the sadness, on top of having those surgeries, like the past 5 years, I felt like my body was wrecked. And I was watching one of my friends, and she was doing Beachbody. She was a coach. She's not a coach anymore, but she had her first kid about the same time I lost my first one, and she bounced back to her original, like before pregnancy. Then she did it through her second pregnancy and was like, had such an amazing healthy pregnancy and bounced back. And then same with her third. And I was going, oh my goodness. And here I am like stuffing my face and getting bigger and becoming unhealthy with gestational diabetes and high blood pressure and just feeling anxious and not knowing what to do with myself. Granted, in my situation, my doctor wouldn't have let me work out really during my pregnancy, but even afterwards, in between those 23 months, I was still, you know, not quite figuring out how to take care of myself. I tried walking, I tried eating healthy on my own. And honestly, for myself, I don't know if you guys are this way, but I do not do well. I do now, but the Sophie back then did not do well at holding herself accountable. I canceled on myself all the time. I did not, if I said I'm going to do this workout today, or I'm going to eat this way today, I would find a way to wiggle my way out of it or talk myself out of it. And so I just watched her, and she would reach out to me. It literally took her 1.5 years before, because I kept saying, no, I'm going to do it myself. No, I'm going to do it myself. And I finally just said, I've tried everything on my own and nothing's happening. And look at how amazing she's doing. And I want that in my life. So I jumped in both feet and I signed up for like everything she was doing. I was like, okay, it's working for you. And I'm not going to lie, I was a skeptic. And I was like, it comes with a 30-day money back guarantee. Okay, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try the shake. I'm going to try the workouts, the accountability group. And it was, the first program I did was 21 Day Fix. And it changed my life. Like, I was just amazed at the results I got and amazed how good I felt with the way I ate. And it really isn't like, you're not really depriving yourself, really. It's just a new way of life, and the energy I had and my ability to keep up with my kids. And when I signed up as a coach so I could get that and enjoy that 25% off discount. I had no intention of it being a business, and it just kind of honestly grew organically because I started talking about it just online socially, and people are like, what are you doing? And they've noticed the changes and they would reach out, and it just kind of blossomed from there, to be honest. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, that's amazing. I was going to say, how long have you been a coach? But you kind of just answered that.
I just looked it up actually today, and I was like, I signed up in February of 2017. So this February is my 2-year anniversary. But like I said, in that gap, so I signed up, I did 21 Day Fix, I got these results. And then my husband's like, I got this dream job in Idaho, we're moving. And then I lived in my travel trailer for 6 months with a 1 and a 3-year-old. And I totally put myself last again. I did not work out in the trailer park or the city park where we were living. I could not work out in the I mean, I know there's a way you could do it, but I didn't have the self-confidence to put myself in the middle of that park and like work out in front of everybody. And I honestly gained all the weight back. I backpedaled. I put myself last. I was eating all the wrong foods again. And so I really feel like I jumped in both feet again. I had to start over again. I'm really like, I want to do something with this coaching business. You had reached out to me because my coach had left. Now she's like, I'm going to help you out, sister. If you want to do it, I'm like, let's do this. It would be amazing to earn an income and be able to be home with my kids and use my brain for something other than like, you want to have adult conversations. You want to have connections. You want to find people that are like-minded and to support you. Otherwise, like I said, left to my own devices, I was not that reliable back then.
So that's what I
So
was going to say. So
yeah.
when you kind of backpedal, and I think we all do that in our journey, that's just part of it and it's lessons learned. Um,
Mm-hmm.
did you, oops,
Thank you,
sorry.
Jackie.
So like I was trying to say, like, do you feel if you didn't have the support from the community that we have, like, intact, that you would have like jumped back in the way that you did? Because I mean, when you did jump back in, it was like full force and you made amazing progress. And it wasn't like overnight quick fix progress. It was like real result. If you guys did not, if you're on my page or if you're on Sophie's page, and you did not see the picture that I posted of her earlier, like, go look at that because it's mind blowing. But do you feel like you would have gone in without the support of the community that was there available to you?
No, I don't think so. I leaned in heavy into your group, and I think you were doing like the self-love challenge at the time, and it was like perfect timing. I remember doing that wheel, that self-love challenge wheel where you like color in the aspects of your life, and my wheel was so like there were huge dips, and I was like, wow, this is an eye-opener of what I am missing in my life. Like it, yeah, I remember
So
doing
that's
that with
cool.
you, and I totally jumped in. I was like, okay, this is cool.
And
Yeah.
did did you start coaching right away? Like when you jumped back in, did you start coaching right away or did you wait until you got results? Or like like how would you talk to the person who feels like they need to get results first in order to start coaching?
I I started coaching right away because I had a friends back in Oregon when I attempted to do it the first time around. Well, I did, and then I backpedaled. But I remember her telling me, because we had a really good friend who was also a coach that I actually didn't sign up with, but she was, in her early 20s. I just turned 36, just so you know, but she was in her early 20s, just kind of that what you would picture a health and fitness coach to look like, kind of the perfect body, the blonde hair, the bright blue eyes, just everything. And I was part of the moms group and we were all talking and the moms were like, I wouldn't want to work with her because I feel like she doesn't understand where I'm coming from. People want to know that you understand where they're coming from. They want to see that if you can do it, they can do it too. Like that's what I tell my coaches now. I'm like, don't wait to share your story. People don't want to see the end product. They want to see that you are just like them, that you have your ups and your downs, that you struggle with this too sometimes, and sometimes it's easy, and that you need to lean on people sometimes, and sometimes you're like, oh, I got this. That you struggle sometimes on the weekends with your food choices. This is this is why we share our story from like the beginning, and it's more relatable. People don't like, it's like watching a workout video. It's like, I remember when I first started, I'm like, I don't look like these people. I don't understand. I can't move like these people. But when I see like my community and my fit club who are like me, or some are more in shape than me or whatever, but they would be doing it. I'm like, okay, if they can do it, I can do it too. So that's what I tell people. Don't wait. No one wants to see the end product. They want to see the journey. They want to root for you. They want to help see you succeed. And then they want to go, oh, if she can do it, I can do it too.
Yeah, we're just regular people. That's all we
We
are.
are.
We're not like, there might be some coaches that look like fitness models, but they're just regular people too. Like we all
Mm-hmm.
have our own, you know, however we are. And it's not like we're these crazy fitness people. We are just women trying to live better lives all around. And we start
Mm-hmm.
with health and fitness.
Right. And it
Oh, go ahead.
permeates into other aspects of our lives. Like it I started this because I wanted to get healthy and I wanted to lose weight, but it has become so much more. And I had no idea, honestly, what I was getting into in that sense of like how my personality would change, my confidence would change, how I talk to myself, how I talk to my kids, the things I'm able to do with my kids and my family now that I didn't realize how much I was sitting on the sidelines. Like I go back through pictures. I'm like, I'm not in any pictures of that. Like that summer we lived in our travel trailer, like the only pictures of me are from like here up, and I'm like hiding behind my kids. Like I was always the one taking the pictures. And then I look at like last summer, and I was like telling my husband, take a picture of me on the boat, take a picture of me in my bathing suit, take a picture of me and the kids. Like I was always telling him to like take a picture. I want my kids to like have these pictures and remember that I was there. I wasn't hiding. I wasn't behind the camera. I was like with them participating in life.
And I think
So,
people get afraid of that. They're like, I don't want to take these pictures of myself. I don't want to show myself on social media. But there comes a point where you just like stop caring about everybody else and you start doing it. And it feels so good to be able to look back and say, okay, yes, I was in these pictures. And yes, like I am starting to feel confident just because not because I'm a certain size or a certain shape or anything, but because I'm starting to love myself. And actually, I enjoy being a part of everyday life.
exactly. Well, and that's like you were saying, look at the picture below. That's one thing I posted down there is I started this journey with like a goal weight in mind. And I said, truth bomb, I still haven't hit that magic goal weight number that I wanted to hit. And I don't care anymore because of the way I feel and the way my energy levels up and the way I'm participating in life now. Like I'm off the sidelines and doing life. And that number that on that scale does not matter anymore. And that's the gift of doing these programs. Like
It
you
really
learn
is.
that through the process.
And I think the confidence and feeling better and the energy and all of that stuff. I mean, you
Yes.
are a busy woman. And that
Thank
leads
you.
into my next question. So, how do you fit coaching into your busy schedule? Because that I know you're a master at this, even if you don't think you are, but that you are very present with your kids and you're very are they coming in? That's fine too.
That's my husband. I'm
Oh.
like giving him a look like, okay, I'm
That's
busy.
okay. I know you're really good with a schedule and you're really good with, a lot of people think that you need to work this business so many hours a day. I know people will tell me I don't have as much time as you do. But when I first started working this business, I didn't work it like all hours of the day. And I know you're really good at that. So if you can give us a little look into
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So what I do, well, I have this goal and idea that I will wake up in the morning before my kids are up, but it has not happened as of yet because my son like wakes up as soon as my husband's alarm goes off at like 5 or 5:30. So one day I would like to wake up and do work before they're up. But other than that, I will, if they're plugged in and watching like a cartoon in the morning when they're waking up slowly, I will peek on my phone and like check my messages, make sure there's nothing urgent from like my people because I want to make sure I'm available to help them. I get questions like, oh, I need help with this, or I'm struggling today, need some support. Other than that, I basically put the phone down unless there's like some awesome picture I want to take of the kids or wherever we're doing that I can like share my stories later. But I will take that and then I'll put it away and I turn off my notifications and I really don't pick that phone up until nap time, until my son's asleep. My daughter sometimes still naps. Otherwise, she's like, it's chill time. She's playing with her dollhouse or doing the pad or what have you. Then I'll get on and I will do as much work as I can, or I will get my workout done. These 20-minute workouts are awesome for that because I can get work done and my workouts. But honestly, I mainly do most of my work at night after they go to bed. They have a pretty early bedtime. So, I used to just sit and watch TV with my husband and we're still sitting in bed together. Like I'm in my bed right now and he's watching his gold shows or, whatever car thing that really I was honestly not that interested in ever. And I'm just doing my thing. And sometimes it takes like a couple hours depending on the messages and sometimes, and how much work I got done at a nap time. And sometimes it's like an hour. And honestly, some days I'm like, I'm exhausted. I just need to like answer my messages, make my posts and be done. But I really try and unplug when the kids are awake and be available to them. Like we went sledding. We met a friend for sledding today. I left my phone in the car. I didn't even want to deal with it. Oops, I'm like flinging the thing around. It's such a precious time and my daughter's going to be in kindergarten next year, full days. My son's going to go to preschool. So it's going to like change my world and change how I run my business. But for right now, that's how I do it. I make my business fit around my kids' schedule and my schedule. I don't let it control my life. And I know there are coaches out there that work more full time, but it's up to you. It's your business. You get to decide what you do with it and how much you want to spend of your day on it.
And it's all this season of life that you're in.
Hmm.
I've been kind of sharing this more a little bit than I have before, but like in 2017, I actually went back to work and I had 2 hours to work my business a day, and that's all I did. That's all I was able to work my business. And in 8 months' time, I was able to fire that boss, and then I was able to full-time coach again. So you can make it happen. You can make it squeeze in the pocket powers of your time. And I think you are a really great example of it. And you're a really great example of unplugging. Like, I look up to you for that. I will say
Oh,
that,
thank you.
Lauren.
And I will say, like you said, the power pockets, like if my kids are like zoning out in front of the TV because they're exhausted, like today they went sledding and they were totally like up and down that hill. They were done. And so I was like, okay, movie time. I'm going to cook dinner. I popped on my phone, make sure there weren't any pressing messages, make sure, I checked in with my fit club, posted some of the foods and my sweaty selfie for them, did quick things that wouldn't take a huge amount of energy, but they were on my like mental to-do lists for the day and to support my people. So I find little pockets here or there, like or if we're waiting in the car for, my daughter to be done with preschool or what have you, there's
and,
ways you can
and I
make
feel
it
like
work.
things become natural. Like I don't consider posting on social media part of my like daily like to-do list, just because it's like
Mm-hmm.
it becomes natural. At first, it's probably going to be a part when you're first starting coaching. You have to get used to doing that and stuff. And like, did you have any social media training before you started? Like, did you?
I think I had maybe even like only 120 friends or something. I didn't even have that many friends.
And
So,
so like obviously the trainings and things that we have available taught you how to leverage your time
yes,
online.
yes, yes. The trainings are awesome here. We have an amazing community. This tribe is phenomenal. Like if you ever need a question or for some reason, like I tell my coaches, I do unplug. So if there is an urgent message, contact Ashley. She's our upline, or post it in our team page and they will come help you. Like don't be afraid to put yourself out there and ask, because we're all here to support each other. It's not a competition. There's no cattiness. There's none of that high school stuff, because we all understand as coaches, we all attract our own different tribe. Like people that work with me want to work with me versus people that want to work with Ashley want to work with Ashley, and we have different energies, and I feel like we sync really well together and like balance each other out really well together, and our tribe does that really well. But you have your people and I have my people, and it's fantastic. There's no like, oh, she's gonna take my person, or none of that kind of stuff,
Right.
if
And
that
I
makes
feel
sense.
like honestly with the whole company it's kind of like that.
Yes, it is.
Like we have a very good there's no secrets, there's no,
No,
weirdness in that aspect.
I agree.
Like we kind of went over this. Okay, I'm going to skip that question, I think. So, what's your favorite part about coaching?
Oh, sorry, I was reading Mandy's.
I know, I was
I
trying to
struggle with
click on
that.
it.
I'm getting better at being present. Mandy, I struggled with it too when I first started coaching, because I had this thought of like, okay, if someone's messaging me, I have to be there right there for them. But I've learned, like Ashley told me, you have to put boundaries up too. Like you have to protect your time and your family's time, and they'll be there in a couple hours or whatever. So I think it takes practice, but you'll get there, and you just have to like,
And
don't let it
part of
bother
it's
you.
like we get so excited that we want to just
Yes,
do it 24/7. I think that's like
that is true.
that's a real thing. It's like, we're so excited that we do want to just do our business all the time. Do you do trainings first before jumping into the coaching aspect? So did you start, I think what she's asking is, did you watch some trainings before you started actually coaching or building your business?
I went, yeah, I went through the Coach Basics training first, and it was, it wasn't anything strenuous or anything, and it was like do at your own time, and I felt like I kind of had a taste of it from that my first time before I backpedaled of kind of I know what to do, but no, it was really super helpful, and then yeah, I went through the trainings, and then whenever there's more in the group, I always try and make time to watch them.
So I kind of want to answer
But
that question too, because it's a little
yes.
different. When I first started coaching, the coach that I signed up with, she ended up quitting like 3 months into it. I didn't know anything and I just jumped into it because I was like, I will learn it as I go. Like, let's go. And for some people that don't know more my story, when I signed up to be a coach, I had just filed bankruptcy. We had no money, and I took our grocery money and I spent it on that to sign up to coach. So I knew I had to make it back right away. And so I didn't care what I knew. I was just out there asking my friends, I'm like, hey, like I've been struggling to lose this last 10 pounds. Come do this with me so we can do it together. And I got a few of my friends and my mom, I think, to join me, and I was able to make that money back. So I didn't go through any training before I started, but now it's available to you because we learned so much in 7 years.
Yes, yeah, it's awesome. It is all set up for you guys. If you want to take off in this business, you can. If you want to, for me, I was like, I'm here for me, and so I needed to work on me for a while and then start slowly sharing my story. I mean, it's your business. You do what you need to do,
And
and
it's kind of a
it's
learn
a
as you go thing, kind of
yes,
too.
yeah. I feel like I'm still doing that. Like some days this works, and
Every
some days that works. So, yeah.
What's your favorite part about coaching?
I I love well, I have a lot of favorite things. I love helping people. Like it gives me goosebumps. I get excited. Like I show my husband, I'm like, look at how awesome my girls are doing. Like I will accept guys too. I just haven't had any male clients yet. But look how awesome my girls are doing. Like, and I show him their before and after pictures. I brag about them. Like it makes me excited. Sometimes, like you were saying, there's that excitement where you want to keep working. Like sometimes I'm like, okay, it's like 11 o'clock at night. I need to go to bed because my son's going to be up at 5 or 5:30. And I'm like, but my brain won't turn off. And I just have all these ideas. And so I have to write it down in like a notebook or something. So I love the helping people. I love, being that support for them because I know what it was like to walk in their shoes and feel like I was like alone in this. And then when I do that for them, they actually, I don't even know if they know they're doing this, but it holds me accountable because I'm like, these ladies are expecting me to show up and lead the way. If I am asking them to do this program, to follow this meal plan, to show up every day, to post every day, to participate in this group and support each other, then I better well like lead the way and show them how it's done. Like I can't ask them to do this program and then I just sit back on like the couch, right? I've got to be in the trenches with them doing it, like sweating just as much as they're sweating, struggling just as much as they're struggling if they are, what have you. So that's what I love is helping them, but they really are secretly helping me keep going on my journey. I know if I was not a coach, I probably would have stopped consistently working out like I do. I show up 6 days a week for myself. Um, Sunday I do stretching, but I don't know if I would still be like in my heart. I'm like, I don't think I would still be going as strong as I would be like
Because
and
you're held
making the
accountable.
healthy because I'm held accountable. I have that ultimate accountability.
And do you feel like you need to be like the professional or like the certified person or that, or you just more like, I'm just leading by example and doing what, is given to you? You don't feel like you need to have like a certification or anything like that?
No, I'm leading by example. I don't feel like I have to have well, the trainings you guys give us, I feel like that we should get like a certification after that. But no, you don't have to have a certification. I did work as a medical assistant before my children, and I did go to school. I had all my prereqs done for nursing, and so I took nutrition classes on that stuff and understand how the body works. And so I feel like I've got that really nice knowledge base there, but it's not like a requirement. Beachbody is really good at making it so all of that information is there for you so you can help your clients. It's not,
Yeah. We're just
you're not
basically
just
coaching them along the
right.
way. We're
Yes,
not, I mean, that's why we're
exactly.
called coaches. We're kind of just leading them. Hey, we're doing this. Do you want to do it with us? And
Hmm.
and that's the number one reason I signed up, because I wanted to be held accountable, because I know that I would have been way back and I would have never
Hmm.
continued on without being a coach.
Exactly. And this isn't a quick fix. This is for life. Like this is something that I need in my life to live my best life, to live my healthiest life, to live my best life for my family. So I knew I was like, okay, this is it. Like this is the ticket right here. This is what's gonna one give me something other than like just being a mom, give me that community, give me that support that I need, give me that ultimate accountability. And there's nothing wrong with being like a stay-at-home mom, that's not what I mean, but I just was feeling like there's got to be a little bit like I need to use my brain for something else than just reading like Dr. Seuss or what have you. And it gives me that escape without taking time away from my family. Like I still get to be in there 100% with them. And then when they go to bed, I have this whole nother world that I get to dive into, and this whole nother community and this whole nother group of amazing supportive people.
That was me too, and I think you probably feel this way also, but I kind of felt like I needed to give a little bit back to my family too. Like I wanted to provide a
Mm-hmm.
little bit of financial, and I know that that's kind of weird to talk about and stuff, but like in the end, it does make you feel better to be able to help with some things, right?
Yes, totally. It totally helps. Like, I'm so excited that I earned my vacation to Punta Cana in 2020. Like, we're going to be there together. I just can't even believe it. Like, my husband and I have never been anywhere tropical together. Like, we just take, road trips, which are amazing and fun. But I've always had on this bucket list, like, we're going to go on vacation together. And we've been married in 2020 for like 14 years. I'm like, how awesome that I get to provide this for him. Like, he works so hard and such a physical job. Like, I just feel so proud that I'm like, look, this isn't coming out of your pocket. This is because of my hard work. We're going on vacation. Grandparents already said they're going to watch the kids. They're excited about it. The kids are excited about it. Cousins are like, we have it all figured out, And so I'm just pumped about that. Like, it
And
makes
that's
me.
one of the things I don't think a lot of people may know, but as coaches, just for helping people get started on their health and fitness journey, we actually get to earn different incentives. And one of those is usually a tropical vacation. Um, in next month, I'll be taking my whole family on a cruise. That'll be like I think the sixth, the fifth or sixth earned trip that I have gotten. And we do have to say that there's no Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or any free trips when you sign up. You do have to put in the work, but really it's just the work that we would be doing anyways. And for helping 3 to 5 people a month get started on their health and fitness journey, like you can travel the world also. And I think this is part of my favorite thing is watching you be able to achieve this and watching other people be able to achieve this, because when you get to go on these vacations and you get to be with these people, I'm telling you, a vacation that is full of coaches is so different than a vacation full of normal people. And I know that sounds weird, but if you've ever been like on a cruise or at an all-inclusive resort or anywhere where people are grumpy, that's not how these vacations are. Everybody is so happy, everybody is so nice, and it's just like the best time ever. So anyways, that's one of my favorite parts also. But the last question that I had for you is how, I mean, we kind of started to dive into that, but like, how has coaching changed your life?
Oh, so many ways. I have made so many amazing friendships. Like you, Ashley. I mean, I my gals like Erica who's watching, Mandy, like I would have, well, Erica was my neighbor, so I already knew her, but Eric or Mandy, like she was just like a random person assigned to me to be her like free coach, and I reached out to her and she reached back, and now we like talk every single day. Like she is such an amazing person. I'm so proud of her. All of these people that I have met that maybe I've never physically met but are entwined in my daily life, like it just is amazing, and that we're all working together to be a healthier life, to like have a longer life, because what we're doing now is prolonging our life. Like I don't want any regrets. Like when I'm like 50 and the doctor comes in and is like, oh, you have type 1 or type 2 diabetes now because you didn't do anything in your 30s. I know, for like in my mind, I'm like, that's not going to be me now because of what I'm doing. That's how coaching has also changed my life. Like the health benefits from it, because of the longevity of me sticking with the exercising and sticking with the healthy eating and sticking with showing up every day for myself, the confidence I've built for myself. I feel good now. I have the new sense of like, I don't care what anybody thinks anymore.
Doesn't that
This
feel
is,
good?
it feels so good, because I was that wallflower like in high school and middle school. I was always so self-conscious about what people were thinking about me that I wouldn't go do anything. Now I'm just like, I don't care. This is what I'm doing. Like we were asked to pick a word for 2019. Mine was like unapologetic. I'm like, I am done being that person apologizing. Oh, sorry. I was always that person. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. When there was like, I remember my husband and I were first dating. It was like, stop saying sorry all the time. Like I am done with that side of me that is unnecessary anymore. I feel like I've blossomed into the person that I like secretly, like you lay in bed, oh, I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have taken them up on the offer to try that. Or I wish I would have said this or acted that way. I've become that person like in my imagination that I was like, oh, if I was the other Sophie, like, this is how I would have approached that situation. I feel like I'm that person now. Like, I'm just happy. I'm like happier. Like, I don't
That's so
even,
cool.
it just is, it's awesome. And I'm out doing things with my kids. I'm not getting winded. Like, I did my workout this morning. Then I shoveled all the snow we've been getting. Then I made a giant jump for my kids to go off with their sled. Then we made an igloo, and then we went sledding again this afternoon. So, like, I don't think I could have done that 2 years ago with my kids and done like my workout and gone sledding 2 different times and off shoveling. So I'm just able to be the mom I want to be the wife I want to be. Um,
Be the person to
it's
yourself.
Yeah, be the person to myself that I want to be. Like, it's awesome,
Like
you know.
like traveling to meet me in
Yes.
India.
Yes, going to like Indianapolis, that was something I never thought I would do. I traveled all by myself from Idaho to Indianapolis, spent, was it 4 days at Summit? We're going to do that again. That was amazing. I cannot wait to see you guys again. And just, the self-confidence for me it took to travel by myself. Like, you know,
And
it's awesome.
yeah, I think what my favorite part too is like being in a group of women who actually cheer each other on, because I was not exposed to that until coaching. Like I was always
Same here. Yeah, same
yeah.
here. It was always like high school was rough. I did not have a good high school experience. Did not have that great of middle school experience, and I always had guy friends, and I struggled to find supportive women friends because there was always that. I don't even know what it is, like cattiness. I don't even know how to put a label on it, but
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
exactly.
So
Awesome. Well, thank
yeah,
you for jumping on and sharing your story and answering my questions.
you're welcome.
Um, I,
Anytime.
I want to let everybody know that as soon as this video is over, I'm going to link a group that we have available. It's called Learn and Become. And if you're interested in getting on or learning more about coaching and maybe taking the leap and joining our team, you can jump into that group. We have lots of information in there about that. And we have a new coach internship going on right now where we actually help you step by step launch your business. And we're there for you no matter what your goals are. If your goals are that you just want to focus on yourself and you just want to get that discount that Sophie talked about at the beginning, because you do get a 25% discount on all of the products, or maybe you want to earn a little bit of side income or earn some vacations, or you want to go full force and earn a full-time income, like no matter what, our team is there to support you to reach the goals that you want to achieve. So I'll put that in the description after the video is over. And then if you don't want to go on that group, you can always reach one of us. If Sophie brought you or I did or anybody that has tagged you in the group or in the live video, reach out to the person that did tag you so that you can have a conversation with them. But we look forward to seeing you on the team.
Alice. Sorry.
It's okay.
Alice, she's going to be signing up. Is it tomorrow?
Yay.
She's been doing the Transform 20 free sample workout with her awesome little daughter, and I think she's one of our military awesome vets. So she is getting her business fee waived, which is awesome. So if you're a military vet, thank you for your service, and Beachbody says thank you as well, and you can run your business without any of the business fees, which is amazing.
Right. And if you're wondering, there is a $15.95 a month business/membership fee. But that's basically to host your website and do all those things. So if you are military, you can have that waived.
Yes,
And
which
that's
is
so you can
awesome.
get the discount. Yeah. Did I say that? Yeah.
Yes, and that gets you the 25% off.
Yes.
Yeah. And you don't have to carry products or anything. So really $15.95 to launch your business is like nothing, because they set up your website, they take care of your customer service, they take care of all your products and shipping
And the credit card.
and
Yeah.
everything for you, all the credit card stuff. So it's like nothing. And anybody, you guys, you can jump in this and do amazing things. They're like, the sky is the limit. You could surpass me, you could surpass Ashley. Like, it is all whatever you want to make it. It is your business.
Yes, that's what I love about that. And I love also too that like we were talking about, you don't have to stock any of your products. Like
Mm-hmm.
you just whatever you purchase is for your own consumption. Like Beachbody does the rest of that for you. You don't have to send out samples. You don't do any of that nonsense. That was one thing that I was excited about because I was in more of a direct sales company where I did have to host a lot of products. before I started coaching. And so that I was excited that I didn't have to do that and that would be all taken care of for me. No, you don't
And
have to deal with any, credit cards or
yeah,
anything like that.
they have really awesome customer service too.
Absolutely. So if you guys have questions for us, we can answer them. I'm sure we've been through everything. But if you have more questions for us after we get off and you're watching the replay, you can drop them in the comments below and we will go back and and you don't have to be professional to do this because what did you say? You're sitting in your bed and I'm sitting on an end
I
table,
am.
on an end
Look,
table in my room.
Here, shall I show you? Look, my mountain of
Oh, there
laundry.
you go. Yeah, I don't know if you
waiting
can
for me.
see down here, but I'm
This
sitting.
is- And I am using my step.
Oh, perfect.
I don't know if you can see it, but it is my table. Super
That is so
professional.
awesome. Yeah, I'm sitting on an end table in the corner of my room. So.
Oh, nice. I need to get a nice backdrop like you have.
One of my friend's pictures she painted.
It's awesome. I love it.
Well, thank you for
Okay.
jumping on, and I'll post a link to that group. If you guys have questions, post them in the comments. We'll come back and answer them. But thank you all for joining us live.
Thank you.
Bye.
I
Have
got
a good
laundry to
night.
go do.
Yeah.
Bye.